Most of you aren't buying these handhelds to play, but to fill the void between the desire for innovation and the bitter reality of the market. Many are chasing a feeling that the industry keeps serving in ever-new plastic shells, while beneath the surface, absolutely nothing changes. And no device disguises this technological stagnation as seductively as the Anbernic RG35XXSP. Its iconic clamshell design feels like pure nostalgia, a tactile promise of better times, and the display is a technical revelation at this price point. But this is exactly where the trap lies. You're paying $70 for a hinge and the feeling of yesterday while ignoring that inside beats the exact same heart as the RG35XX Plus. So you're not buying a new console at all. The proof lies in the spec sheet. Both use the identical Allwinner H700 quad-core chip and exactly 1 GB of RAM. Even connectivity, 5G Wi-Fi and Bluetooth 4.2, has been carried over one-to-one. You're not getting a single extra line of performance, just a different shell built around the same hardware architecture. Subscribe now before I show you just how deep this rabbit hole of the copy-paste industry really goes. While you were waiting for Miyoo's next stroke of genius, they threw the A30 at you instead. It's fascinating. The Miyoo Mini Plus was a revolution, but the A30 is a technological step backward, with a worse display and ergonomics that practically guarantee hand cramps, even for small hands. Yes, Spruce OS makes the experience almost tolerable, and the portability is unbeatable. But anyone switching from the Mini Plus is trading quality for compromises. It's proof that in 2026, new often just means cheaper to produce. Anbernic shamelessly exploits your weakness for vertical handhelds. The RG406V is staged as a new powerhouse, but under the hood beats the heart of the RG Cube. It's the same Unisoc T820. You don't get a single extra step in PS2 emulation, just a bulkier shell. The analog sticks are world-class, no question. But why upgrade when your old Cube delivers the exact same frames? This isn't progress. It's artificial diversification designed to feed your FOMO, and apparently it worked. And now for a very special contender, and I'll explain exactly why. The Powkiddy V10 is a monument to leftover chip recycling, using the RK3326 chip in 2026 borders on Audacity. Powkiddy is quite literally emptying its warehouses here. The contrast? The price is ridiculously low, and for pure GBA gaming, the 3:2 screen ratio is perfect. But don't call it innovation. It's a cheap ticket to the past that exists solely to keep old silicon from ending up as scrap. If you want to see what real progress looks like, you need to look at the Retroid Pocket 5. Nothing is being copied here. This is refinement at full speed. OLED and Snapdragon power instead of recycled chips. It's proof that innovation is possible once companies stop selling shell colors as a feature. Anyone who recognizes quality stops spending $50 every week on electronic waste and invests properly once. Write in the comments, have you already fallen into the copy-paste trap, or are you waiting for real hardware?